Out in the garden doing a bit of prep for the up and coming feedermasters final, which is at Tamar. I think, as we all know, anybody goes down there, Tamar has changed over the last 18 months or so. There's lots of pellet feeder fishing and also lots of method feeder fishing. That doesn't mean to say that that final is going to be about that. With the cold nights that we're getting, I know it's warmed up a bit now, but it could change massively. But I've got to be prepared for the method and for the pellet feeder. So I'm doing a bit of prep. I've put some new line. I've got some new SD reels. I've put some line on those. £6 sinking feeder, which I've just put in the recycling bin, which is that. So I've done that up this morning. So that goes in the recycling bin. So rod wise, I've opted for the method and the pellet feeder anyway. I've opted for the standard, if you like, Superior X 10 footers. Now these are the sort of rods you can use on a commercial for chucking methods out, etc, etc. But I use these rods back in the Westfest Festival because I thought the SLs, so the super lights, whether you've got the old SLs or the new SLs, if you've got a headwind chucking a decent size 30 gram method in it, just might not have the backbone to get it out there. And that's why I use these in the Westfest. And to be fair, these normal 10 foot Superior X's were brilliant. I lost very little fish in the week. There was a lot of method feeder, a lot of pellet feeder fishing. And yeah, so I'm just going to show you as well how I pack them away, because it's important. Expensive rods, expensive reels, you need to pack them away properly to look after, to look after your kit. Now the first thing I do, obviously on there I've just got a standard ICS stem because I'll be looking to put a method or a pellet feeder on there. So let's get it right. Now when I pack the rod away, I want that sort of about 8 or 10 inches below, because this is a 10 foot rod, below where the joint is. So just let a bit more line out, about there. So that's like 10-12 inches. Doesn't matter exactly, you'll see why for a minute. And then take the section, or take the two sections apart. This is how I pack my 10 footers away, because they're 2-piece. So that's that. And then I've got the Superior X tip and butt section protectors. Really important. If you're not into these sort of things, make sure you do, because they protect your rod massively. Now these have got two ends. One's got Superior X on them. That's the bit that goes up towards the tip section, and you'll see what for why in a minute. So let's get that in the butt. Always put it in the butt section first, and then work your way up to the top. Like I said, the bit with the Preston logo on it goes in the tip section. Really padded, obviously gives you loads of protection. Get that in there nice and straight. The lovely thing about the Superior X ones, you've actually got a pad on there. So that's the pad that keeps the rod together in the middle. It's also got a great little pocket in there, which I'll show you now. So let's get that in there. I don't want too much tension on that, just enough tension. Let's line that up with the pad. Let that go, so I now know where the pad goes. That's obviously velcroed. Bring that round like that. They're made to fit all sorts of different rods, so you can put a 3-piece rod in there, big rods, little rods. The nice thing about that little pocket, it's got a little elasticated pocket on there, and that goes in there like that. Keeps it how neat and tidy as that, and that's what you need when I'm going to a final, a festival. I use them all the time. Just keeps the rods nice and safe. And obviously with the new Centris SD, the lovely thing about them, the handle folds away. So I just let the clutch off a bit, let the handle come around to where it should be about there, and if you can just put the strap over like that, do the clutch back up, and it's simple as that. No fuss, protect your rod and reels, and Tamar, here we come.